fam. How about y'all come on in and let's have us another visit here on the Humbl Show. I am Grant Fletcher, and joining me, as always, my co-host Brandon Cox, and two very special guests here returning to the show. We got Must Die on the call, as well as Descender, and they are teaming up here for a new project called X Blade. It's great to have y'all back on. Must Die, good to see you, man. You're the only three-time guest in history that we've ever had.
Wow.
Yeah.
I personally like to be places more than one time.
Good. You know what? That's a good way to live your life, I feel like.
Except for Trenton, New Jersey.
Except for Trenton, New Jersey. Have I,
Yeah.
I think
I think I did Hoboken once. I feel like Hoboken once was
Hoboken's New York, though, isn't it?
pretty close. It's
feel
it's a very short train ride.
I feel like everything up there kind of blurs into one Philadelphia-shaped train ride.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's true. Well, thanks for joining us, y'all. How
New
are
York
we?
again soon.
Yeah, I'm doing cool.
Yeah.
Good.
Brandon's always doing cool. That's his default.
Big chillin'.
Default thing.
Yeah.
One thing we like to
He's
do
doing
at the
cool.
top of the show, I know we went through a what we're gonna do on this one. It is more of a musically related episode. But one thing we do like to do at the top of the show is we just go through and kind of recommend a song that we're kind of feeling over the course of the week. Brandon usually goes first. Brandon usually has two.
Yeah,
So just kind of anything you're feeling right now, Brandon. What are you on this week? What's your song or songs?
So the first one is going to be "Hit the City" by Mark Lanigan Band. Today is his birthday, but he cannot celebrate it because he's a dead man.
He is a dead man.
He's a dead man, but we could celebrate his birthday for him. And he was my favorite singer-songwriter, still is, even though that he has passed. And that is a great song of his. And the second track is going to be Anangaranga by a little band called Merzbow. It is the sound of a Make-A-Wish kid dying. And I think it's
one guy.
No. It was a band until like 94, 95.
Okay, I stand corrected.
Yeah. It's really intense, and you should listen to it if you want intense sounds in your ears.
I mean, yeah, I'm typically up for some intense sound in my ears. Yeah.
Well, Merzbow was the
intense.
band, but is now the boy for you.
Yeah.
All right. The band for me, boy for me. Anyone else have something they want to jump in on or no?
Roll with it unless Robbie's got something.
What's that? Oh, yeah.
Oh no, I've just been listening to a lot of some of the classics, such as "Who Put the Bomb" by Barry Mann, because my 3-year-old son, really enjoys that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He's a doo-wop king.
So check that out if you never heard that one.
Does he listen to a lot of doo-wop?
We get a good bit of doo-wop in.
Yeah,
I feel like that's appropriate. Like whenever I was a kid, I had rockapella, and that was very formative in my years.
Did they do the Carmen Sandiego sound?
They
Yes, they did.
absolutely did. They did that and other things.
Yeah. I gotta go with.
Do you have anything? Do you want to jump in on?
I have a few avenues I could take, so I'm gonna do two.
Hey, go for
I'm
it.
gonna say "Turn It Up" by Sojuice if you like raw style or hard style, and then if you want some more aggressive metal type stuff, I would say I've been listening to the new Blood Incantation album like on repeat.
Yeah.
So from that album, I would recommend the Stargate, which is Tablet 1.
I hope to get that album for Christmas.
Very cool.
I bought a shirt for you.
Yeah.
I need to give it to you.
Yeah.
But I almost bought you the album, but I knew that you'd already put in for it.
Yeah.
But I think you should listen to it before you get it. I think you should just listen to it immediately.
Not gonna.
Robbie listened to it?
That's the Colts speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you do listen to it, you should watch the music video that's like 30 minutes long that goes with it, and then it's
super
worth
sick.
it.
Oh, absolutely. I actually might break my physical media first.
It's really sick. It's a really sick video.
If the video was somehow included in, I wish they did. I wish there was a way, because the video enhances the song and the song enhances the video. They did a great job.
As a man who does a lot of video editing, I thoroughly enjoyed their music video.
Oh,
It's like a short film.
It's really good. You could tell they actually spent some money on it.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
What about you, Grant?
Tell you what, I'm going to recommend a song called "Play" by Marmosettes. Kind of a post-hardcore punk band. Female singer, always a lot of fun for me, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go with that one here too. Although, bonus recommendation, Lee, you probably heard about this already because Horse the Band is reuniting for a short tour.
I need to reach out to those boys.
Yeah.
I love them very much.
Yeah.
They were very good to me when I was young. And I also am like just a massive fan of the music. But no, I did not know that because I haven't been reading anything.
Oh, really?
It's gonna be mostly going through Texas. But
Yeah,
so anyways, I'll
I'll
recommend
go.
Cut Man by Horse the Band because why not?
Banger.
If we're
Banger.
there, we're gonna do it.
Absolute banger.
Yeah.
I actually last saw them probably in like 2015. They played a show in Texas, and me and Eptic went and just hung out for a little bit.
Yeah.
And it was just nice to catch up. I've just known them for a really long time now.
When did they officially break up?
I don't think they ever officially broke up.
Yeah, maybe or went on hiatus, I suppose.
They went on hiatus. I'd say the last record they did was Desperate Living, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sounds right. I remember there was what?
That would have been like
Country,
2009,
which was a great one, and then or something like that.
No, it was they had Desperate Living, and then there was the R. Borlax EP, the Pizza Party EP.
That came in a pizza box.
And then they had the album that was like their biggest hit, which was something about a natural death, which is an incredible album. And it had like Murder and Shapeshift and all. No, Shapeshift was Desperate Living.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Crazy features on Desperate Living too. You had like Zuzu, if I recall.
Let's see. Yeah, and they had Your Fault and what was it? 2020 maybe? 2019?
Yeah, the one that came out in the middle of quarantine. That's really good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like really, really good.
It's always nice to see like bands from that scene, you know, like when you're kind of entering that 15-year mark still doing okay, because some of them are still trying and it not quite working out the way you would want it to, but
or like they're doing better than they've ever done and it's the worst music you've ever heard.
Right.
Yeah, that's always
that
a
component
shame
too, right?
I will say though, I got to give a shout out to my friend Skylar and his band He Is Legend because they are still really good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They're still really good.
Great band, great band. Well, look, like we said, we're going to be doing a Christmas episode here because, Lee, the first episode of this show you were ever on, we were in person. We were in Dallas a year ago, right about a year ago.
Yeah.
And we asked the question, like, what is the worst Christmas song of all time?
I think I said Christmas Shoes, right?
No, well, I said that, and you disagreed with me pretty vehemently, actually.
Yeah, because I think it's a marvel.
I think you said Santa
but it
Baby,
is bad.
which I get why you would say Santa Baby.
Oh, I do hate Santa Baby. Yeah.
That's a rough one there too. But so I thought to myself, what if we revisited that a year later, but we just tried to put together a playlist that is just the worst Christmas playlist you ever could have.
Okay.
Give me a collection of the worst songs. Let's put them into a playlist and try and figure out like if we can each contribute like just a few songs to this and just try to ruin any Christmas party you ever would go to.
Okay, yeah, understood. That's an easy assignment.
Yeah, I think so too. Does anybody have anything do y'all want me to start? Does anybody have anything they want to start with?
So right off the bat, and I might have very well brought this one up last year, but I remember my father, whenever I was a child, got a single of the Christmas remix of the Macarena.
Holy shit.
And it was like pretty much the same song, except like in the bridge between the chorus and the verses, you had a Joy to the World like 2 or 3 times, and then like you would hear like sleigh bells during the song.
I need that.
It was pretty gnarly, and the thing is, my dad thought that was the funniest thing that he'd ever heard in his life, but not because like we like, you know, we hear the idea of it and you're like, oh, that's pretty outlandish, wacky, and wild. It was all like face value, like it's Christmas and it's a Macarena, and like I remember him sending like he would like tell people to like not answer their phone and like send them an answering machine of the song.
That's
the entire song.
I love that.
Yeah,
that's true psychopathy.
Yeah. He wasn't a good guy.
The
He really did love to torture people. It was just part of his thing.
yeah. I mean, I concur, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if I brought this up on the I didn't re-listen to our last conversation.
Yeah.
About this, but did I ever tell you about the Christmas reggae album that my grandmother likes?
No, but please do.
I can try to find it, but my uncle, my grandmother's brother, sent her and my grandfather both
Two copies.
a burned copy of the worst shit imaginable. And it sounds like it was recorded in like 1993.
Yeah.
On a Casio keyboard, and it's every Christmas like the public domain Christmas songs.
Yeah.
So Jingle Bells, "O Come All Ye Faithful," like all the ones that aren't rocking around the Christmas tree, basically.
Yeah.
Because I think that goes up for public domain in like 2050.
Wow.
I actually just looked at this last week because I was doing Christmas music for a TV show.
God,
so
you know
Yeah.
Brenda Lee was like 13 when she recorded that song too.
That's
she
real
did a great
wacky.
job, and that song's a banger.
Yeah.
It's probably the best Christmas song for my money. But
Yeah.
So every single song on this record is horrible.
Okay.
And I will find it and put it in this playlist.
All right, good. Yeah, I would. If you find it, let me know.
I can
We'll
find
put
it
on
right
there.
now. Give me one
Okay.
second.
We'll put the whole thing on there. We'll put the whole thing in the playlist. I don't care at all.
I'm texting my grandfather right now.
Anyone have anything else they want to throw in, or should I go?
I just feel like every Christmas hip hop song that was ever made is just always terrible.
Yeah.
Not a good time.
Man, I just recommended Curtis Blow's Christmas rapping, like
You did.
like last week before, I think.
This is like the Run DMC Christmas stuff too.
You said you
it just
you're gonna include that.
No,
makes
that one's
it-
good.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
just isn't the vibe for me
Yeah,
when I want to hear some hip hop. Santa sneaking
mean, it does-
down
yeah.
sneaking down the chimney.
Kind of ruins
Yeah.
it. I mean, I get it. I get not being into the vibe. I understand that completely.
Okay, my grandfather is going to get it and send it to me right now.
He's gonna tell you what it
Yes.
is. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh,
I
my
think
grandfather
I'm gonna
is the
have
coolest
to
guy.
include that song "Believe" by Josh Groban. That's on the Polar Express soundtrack. I would add the Hot Chocolate song, but it's not really a Christmas song.
It's not.
But if it qualified, I would put it on the list. Pretty much anything on that movie, I think, should go on there.
What a horrifying experience that movie.
Dude, that animation of that movie is like really
Yeah.
fucked up for some reason.
Do you know what's
yeah.
crazy? So I just saw it for the first time 3 days ago.
What'd you think?
Can I be honest?
No.
I liked it.
You're not allowed to be honest.
Okay, but the animation and like the look of it.
Yeah, but there was no part of it that
everything
unnerved
about
you.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. For everything about
It's
it
like
is
a
awful.
fever dream.
It's like a
Yeah.
fever dream. I did not like that my son was watching it. Like
Yeah.
I put it on, so I was like, well, I gotta watch it too.
You got to own it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I liked it, but like this is scary.
Yeah,
It's like for you how Gumby does you. That's
It does,
how
yeah.
Oh my
that movie
God.
does
Gumby
me.
gives me nightmares.
I love
Yeah,
Gumby
Gumby-
though.
Early Gumby is terrifying.
It is, but also that album I was talking about is called Merry Christmas from Eddie Levette Laro, and it just says reggae on the cover.
Sick.
Eddie.
Levette, Lovette.
Oh, I
And
found it.
Laro.
I just found it.
Oh.
Give yourself a
boy.
little taste of that.
Oh, it's I don't know if it'll play through.
It won't play
Zoom
through, but
is the problem.
you also won't get a copyright strike. So that's
Oh
good.
yeah, we will get a copyright strike. I'm putting this on a playlist. I'm going to link the playlist in the show notes so we can put it on there. The first song
Enjoy
is
that.
Jingle Bell Rock, but spelled with a G at the beginning, so it looks like
yes.
Gingle Bell Rock.
Jingle Bell.
I'm not
Me-
sure
me-
if that's to avoid any kind of copyright issue or not. I don't know how that goes, but
All
It's
I
that
know-
easy. You just have to change a letter.
there's a medley on here. I'm putting that in here. What else? I'm sure this Feliz Navidad as a reggae song.
That's
is
the
gonna
one.
be a
That's the best
banger.
one. That's the one I hate the most.
Let's see.
Also, the clip art album art.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
is that
it's very much just this like a yellow cover, got some like free fonts on here,
Yeah, that's DeFont for sure.
and just some like plain looking gift boxes, and that's about it.
It also says in parentheses reggae.
just in case you didn't know.
Just so in case you're you're curious about what type of music this is. Soca?
It's
is that
reggae
in there too? Yeah. Yeah, I just found it. That's wild. to me,
Okay.
man.
I think I have another song.
Okay.
So there was a band. I don't know if they're still around anymore. A band called Issues, and they were all bad all the time, pretty much. But they recorded a cover version of NSYNC's "Merry Christmas."
I know exactly what song you're talking about.
Yeah,
Like what cover you're talking about, I mean.
It's really bad. It's tough guy like new metalcore, but then also like you have a contemporary R&B boy band vocalist in there as well. You'll hear it and you'll get very angry, but don't you worry, none of those boys have a career anymore because they like all the vocalists have been canceled. So it's fine.
Yeah. I tell you what, I'm gonna add "Where Are You Christmas" from How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey one.
That's a pretty bad.
They throw away an entire scene in that movie for that song, and it's not a good song at all.
Yeah.
And then you get like the studio produced version of the song in the credits, and it's still just as bad.
Yeah.
It sounds like almost identical.
Yeah.
I will add in any Alvin and the Chipmunks, the Christmas thing.
What about like the Two Front Teeth song?
Oh, is that I guess that is a Christmas song,
is a
but I think
Christmas
it's more of a
song.
Teeth song.
I mean, that's a song. It's a song for teeth everywhere. And
Hold on.
I don't think the song was sung at Christmas.
I want to know what Robbie thinks of that song. What you think of that song, man?
Robbie probably likes the
two
one.
Oh, the two front
Two
teeth.
front teeth. Yeah.
I mean, if you need some teeth, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Healthcare in this country is not the best, so
yeah. I mean, who else are you gonna ask? For teeth?
someone's got to do the heavy lifting.
Yeah,
right?
somebody's
step in.
reliably on time every year, and it's the insurance companies and Santa.
And the IRS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're putting some Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas on here for sure because they're not. I will also. We can just put the entirety of the Chipwrecked thing on here. No,
Shipwrecked.
one on here
Shipwrecked. Yeah, I've never seen a single.
Yeah,
Alvin
what was
and
that?
Chipmunks
It's like Christmas Don't Be Late or something like that.
Yeah, Christmas Don't Be Late.
That's
the
the one.
Christmas time.
That's the one that I'm putting on
That's
here.
the one. That song sounds like a carousel going straight to hell.
Yeah.
It's
I hate Alvin and the Chipmunks in any form.
It's never been a good thing.
no disrespect to Justin Long, but yeah.
Complete disrespect.
Or
Justin Long, I will fist fight you in the street.
Or
Justin
John
Long, I
Waters.
will find out where you
Franchise.
live. I will steal your gold jewelry and I will beat you down.
I said
All
the
right.
word Jerly.
Gauntlet's been thrown, everybody.
I'll take his jewelry.
I'm gonna take his Jerly.
That's gonna be the next Netflix boxing match, I guess.
Oh, I mean, it's just as fake.
Must I versus? Yeah, true enough.
Yeah.
There
I
you go.
mean it just about as much as Jake Paul means to do anything.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Or was it Logan Paul? Which one was it?
I think it was Jake.
It's the same
Logan
guy.
Paul is a
It's
wrestler
the
for
same
WWE.
guy.
He wears
I
a
feel like they're the
mask.
same guy.
He wears a mask.
Of
It's
course.
like Batman. Like during the day, he's 5 years younger.
Just doing some digging here, and there seems to be a song called "Santa Claus Has Got the AIDS." You might want to add that
All
to
right.
the list.
You know what?
Who's that by?
Putting on here,
Tiny-
Santa Claus
Tiny
has got
Tim.
the AIDS.
What,
Tiny
was it really
Tim?
Tiny Tim?
Yeah.
That's Tiny Tim was a very interesting person.
Tiny Tim was a strange person.
Yeah.
I seem to recall a really bad Christian pop punk one. Hold on.
That's
Was it
going on
Reliant K?
there. Probably. So. I'm
the
sure they
12
did a
Days
Christmas
of
song.
Christmas. The 12 Days of Christmas, Reliant K.
Mhm.
I'm not getting.
I bet that's pretty good.
Yeah,
It's definitely Christian pop punk.
I'm not getting you anything for Christmas unless you wear your promise ring.
Basically, I just remember that it goes on so long and that I had to hear it about 1,000 times.
Yeah. Was it?
Lion K don't
did you
sound
work
so
in retail
reliable.
at some point in time?
No,
Okay.
I lived in Mississippi.
Well, okay, yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. Yeah, I guess you did hear it a lot, like in the van on the way to and from those trips.
You got to go to Gatlinburg, or else you're not
Or else
man.
you go to hell.
Yeah, you got to go to Gatlinburg. Your parents have to pay.
I do want to add, because like on the retail thing, because I'm pretty sure the only place I've heard this song in public is in a Spencer's Gifts. Was what can you get a Wookiee for Christmas when he already owns a comb? I think I'm gonna.
That's a good one.
That one to it. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like it's just the only place I've ever heard it is.
I mean, Spencer's Gifts is not a place you want anything to be.
No. I'm surprised. It's one of those places. It's like I'm surprised they're still around. Honestly,
I'm surprised that you were in there long enough to hear a song.
I mean, if you're under the age of 15, it's a pretty cool place to be.
Well, I mean, like even these days, 15-year-olds can buy novelty dildos online.
Yeah, why would you need to go to a
That's
brick and mortar store that smells like patchouli?
Yeah.
I went in there the other day because I was like, who reliably sells like stretched body jewelry? And I was like, it's gotta be Hot Topic. And then I went.
Well, where else are you gonna get your brick and mortar Rick and Morty?
I was about to say,
Brick and Morty.
Where else are you gonna get a brick and mortar like AC/DC Insane Clown Posse shirt? Like,
that's true.
Well, the problem is a lot of those stores have figured out, like Hot Topic and Spencer's or whatever, that like if they can get exclusive items, like you have to go to them for them, then they'll get you in there. Like my family, they really wanted these Universal Monster Care Bears.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Is that
they were cool? They were very cool. My Hot Topic was the only one that was carrying them. So I had to go.
I did see this week in there a Sonic the Hedgehog and Shadow split hoodie, and like
okay,
my autism kicked in.
Yeah,
and I was like, I need to leave.
I mean,
I want this so bad.
You were scared. You were scared of the noogies that you would receive.
No, dude. The problem is that I'm not scared of it, and that's the problem.
Because noogies do happen.
They used to.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, it's probably just best not to give Mr. Bezos any more money. So you can still shop.
Oh yeah, I would.
I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Amazon.
I would rather go to. Oh, you know what? I think we need to do most of our shopping at Spencer's, and
I think Spencer's Gifts is the only safe place left to shop.
I think that honestly, truly,
because there's nobody else in there.
Well, here's my question: is what do you think they're playing this Christmas? Because that's what we're trying to put on this list.
I'll have to go in there and find out.
You know what? Tell you what, I'll go investigate and I'll find out, and we'll add it to the list.
I'm sure that My Chemical Romance has at least a few Christmas songs.
Oh, they got to be any Christmas songs.
Sure that they're wearing that shit out.
I gotta look that up.
Man, they're not a bad band. They were never my favorite, but
I know next to nothing about My Chemical Romance. I just know that if they have Christmas songs, they're gonna be playing those.
I don't.
All I Want for Christmas Is You by My Chemical Romance.
Hey, look at that!
They did cover that actually. Yeah, yeah. You're right.
Pretty good, to be honest. Sorry.
You gotta eat your shit sandwich.
Moonbeam's daughter pointed out a strange thing about My Chemical Romance to me a few days ago. Apparently,
Michael Romance.
The lead guy, Gerard, he experienced 9/11.
He did experience 9/11.
And literally the day afterwards, he was like, I've got to form a band. So My Chemical Romance was formed on September 12th, 2001.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about Gerard Way is that he's pretty cool.
I like how, like, a lot of people are like, oh, like, like the president's like, oh, we have to, like, bomb Iraq now. But Gerard Way was like, you know what?
I need to make songs about vampires.
I need to make songs about parades and fathers. And I've never really
and how terrifying teenagers are. Yeah.
To be fair, that album is one that I skip, but the album before it is really good. If you like Alkaline Trio-esque stuff,
I do enjoy Alkaline Trio.
Yeah, if you like Alkaline Trio, you'll love early My Chem and later My Chem, but not that one. Not their weird Sgt. Pepper moment.
I don't like theater core.
Me either, which is why I don't like that album.
That's why you skipped that one album. Yeah,
I like it when people are vampires, and I don't like it when people are seriously vampires. You have to be a bad vampire.
You have to be Matt Berry.
Do you know who Gangrel is, the wrestler?
No.
I feel like, That you wouldn't like him either because that guy has the actual permanent fangs in or whatever. So anyway.
No, that's too far.
Permanent fangs?
I need to be able to see the seams, or it's not gonna move.
Oh, dude, I bite my own inside of my lip if I eat a burger.
I don't know how you operate with that. To be honest,
I don't know how you have fangs. That's just dangerous.
Oh, you know what? I want to add "Nuttin' for Christmas" on there. You
That's
know
what
that
I'm
one?
doing.
It's about a kid who's just talking about listing all the shitty things he did, and how he's not going to get anything for Christmas, but only because someone snitched on him. That's why, not because he did
on
anything.
account of the snitching.
It's like someone else's problem. Yeah,
I thought that this song was going to be about something.
I thought it was going to go a different way.
In this day and age, it sounds pretty bad.
Like Rob's going to pipe in like, oh, see, no, I hate the hip hop Christmas songs. I'm not listening to Nuttin' for Christmas.
Yeah.
I feel like there has to be some form of Sugar Ray Christmas event.
Yeah, 100%.
Let me find out. Sugar Ray Christmas.
Sugar Ray's best song.
Oh my God, Little Saint Nick.
You found? Oh, they cover Little Saint Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they do.
That's a blind ad right now.
Yep.
Here's a little bonus factoid. Sugar Ray's best song was a song in which they tried and succeeded in emulating Weezer. It's a song called Rivers, and it's their best song. It's really, really good.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
And also, When It's Over is pretty good.
When It's Over is pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm not a Sugar Ray hater. I'm not.
Yeah.
What's the one that's like every morning there's a that one's good. That one's good. That's a good song.
Out of all the funky fresh white boys, he's the least egregious.
Yeah, I feel like he sucks in a way that you can kind of ignore because it's a little bit too catchy.
Yeah.
It's like so catchy that he kind of undid his fake tattoos.
You can ignore the fake tattoos because he brought the beer.
Not to mention, their appearance in the Scooby-Doo movie.
I was going to say, canonically, they are Scooby-Doo villains.
Yeah.
Yeah, canonically.
That movie hinges on Sugar Ray being possessed.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a pivotal moment in the movie.
And I'm gonna, my love for Scooby-Doo transcends my hatred of Frosted Tips.
Yeah.
Right. And, that was a phase anyway. He grew out of it. It's fine.
Hey, you know what? Rest in peace, Shifty Shell Shock.
Yeah, honestly, though, rest in peace, Shifty Shell Shock.
Can we add Christmas Time by the Smashing Pumpkins to this list?
Yes.
Oh, did they make a Christmas song?
That is... Rob, that is the one that I always forget about, and yet it's really bad.
Put that on there.
To be fair, I feel like Smashing Pumpkins at this point have released more bad music than good music.
Yes, this is true.
Which is really sad.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. It's like, the thing is, like, they've been making music long enough to be able to do that. But yeah, no, what was that album they released in, like, it was like 2006 or something like that?
I don't want to talk about that.
I bought it. Blind.
Zeitgeist?
It was a blind buy. Yeah, Zeitgeist. That's what it was called.
I don't want to talk about that.
And I was driving home listening to it, and I was like, I feel like I've wasted money on this.
So I figured out what the problem is.
Yeah.
Have you seen them lately?
No. Dude, don't even get me started.
Have you seen them lately?
On Wiggly Stardust and his famous band.
Yeah. Dude. No, what were you saying? What was what were you gonna say?
I figured it out. I found out why I hate everything they've made ever since Avador.
Okay.
I know why I hate it. They stopped double tracking his vocals.
Yeah.
His voice sounds so stupid, isolated.
Oh.
But when you made like 4 copies of his vocals on top of each other, it had that cool smeary, like gnarly effect. Mm-hmm. The second Butch Vig got out of there.
Do you know he owns a wrestling company now?
He's huge into wrestling.
Talk about that, yeah.
He's a little wrestling freak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a day that I realized that, and I mean, you guys might disagree, but I just really feel like he is always doing his best to emulate Frank Black's of the Pixies voice.
Yeah, but Frank Black didn't suck.
Yeah, I've seen the Pixies live a couple times, and they're amazing.
They're great.
Everything they do, like live in person, is amazing. So
I saw them once, and it was really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm like a massive Smashing Pumpkins fan. Like, one of my all-time favorite bands. Some of the most important music of my life, if not the most important band in my life.
Yeah.
They suck.
Well, Brandon, I think we need to add Wonderful Christmas Time on here by Paul McCartney, right?
Yeah, because I mean, I mentioned it last year.
I love that song. It's so shitty.
Yeah.
It's really shitty.
You loved it. You love it for how bad
I
it is.
also-
I love
I don't
it.
think
It
that's
kind
the
of
bad
gets
one
me
either.
grooving. It's just, it's a little bit more off the wall than every other Christmas song.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
the vibe of it gets you a little, I don't know, gets you a little.
love that.
I
loose.
imagine that like Kraftwerk heard that song and they were like, "Oh my god, what was he doing?" Just like it's
Is
so.
was that your German accent?
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
so-
it's
that
really
was
good,
something.
right? It's really good, right?
sounded,
That's a
uh,
South German accent.
It
Yeah,
sounded,
yeah,
sounded
yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit like so east it was Russia.
I mean, look, I mean, we're all around the world.
Yeah.
What
But
does he
no.
do English, Paul McCartney? What is that?
It's so robotic that I'm sure that like the boys in Kraftwerk with their pancake makeup, they were like, "No, this is too much. We can't do it."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, speaking of freaks,
Yes.
Yeah, let's talk about freaks.
Let's take a little freak on a leash and put the Korn Christmas song on this.
Wait, what Korn?
boy.
Because if you don't know about the Korn Christmas song, it was in
Dude, I
the
don't,
Oh,
depths of
Jingle
my
Balls.
mind.
Yeah, man. Wow.
dude. I
Wait,
bet
why?
never
I
would've
feel like
pulled
I
that
was a
one out.
LimeWire kid. Why don't I remember this?
Yeah, I never would have remembered that song. Jeez.
I've
How'd you
never
do
heard
that?
this song, but I bet that there was like a Flash animation music video.
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah, someone
Korn
made one on
AMV.
Newgrounds at some point in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. There's another really bad one that I love, but it is really bad.
Okay.
Which is only, well, no, I don't know if Robbie's watched this. Brandon and I watch it about every year.
Yeah.
The Toradora Christmas song
Is it that
is
bad?
really bad.
I just think that it's like very inopportune because like they play it like immediately after this very emotional scene, and it's just like this happy-go-lucky, like yeah.
Also,
It's
also
bad.
sorry to interrupt, but Jingle Balls wasn't even the one I was thinking of. They have one called Christmas Song, which is also equally as bad. But Jingle Balls is very bad as well.
Oh god.
I don't remember either of these.
You might need both of those.
I'm going to add them both.
Put
I don't
them
remember
both.
either of these, but I do remember.
I can't find the other one. It's not on.
There's
Oh,
an
I think it's like-
Amazon.
It's like one of those Napster releases back
Maybe
in the
so.
day.
Definitely. So Amazon did a animated version of the book The Snowy Day by Ezra Jack Keats,
Uh-huh.
and it's a great book, and it's a
Okay.
great animated special. But they hired one song for the whole series, the whole movie,
Okay.
and it just repeats every time there's a scene change, and it's like the worst thing. And it is I don't know the title of it, but it is the only song in Snowy Day Amazon production song. So Snowy Day Amazon song. It is called Snowy Day by Boys to Men.
Oh, Boys to Men.
Dude.
Billy represents.
Yeah.
Dude, you can't. It's so bad. They're technically talented, but when you hear that song more than one time, it is game over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going in the list.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going in the
Personal
list.
Vendetta.
I just found, I don't know if I had the Boys to Men version. Let's see. Boys to Men.
Men.
I found
to...
Let It Snow by Boys to Men, but not Snowy Day.
That one's
I
good
found
though. That one's Let It Snow is good.
I found Snowy Day by, who is this by? Somebody. The Buena High School Choir. I'm sure that one's way better, right?
I used to be in that choir.
Are you serious?
No.
No, he's not.
I feel like you could have been at some point in time.
I was in a choir, but not that one.
Yeah. We're putting it in here. I found Caroline Dare. I don't know if this is the version, but it's got to be like similar to it. Wait, what about Santa Baby?
Santa Baby is the worst song.
It's a pretty
It's the
bad
worst
song.
It's really, really bad, and I hate it so much. I need to add. You already did the Issues one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you already did the Issues one.
Okay, please add "Do You Hear What I Hear" by William Beckett of The Academy Is.
The solo boy. Okay.
Yeah, the worst part of that band went solo for "Do You Hear What I Hear."
Went solo for Christmas.
I think you should just add all of Punk Goes Christmas.
We could
Is
do
that
most, if not all of that.
That's
Oh
what the
my God.
Issues song was on.
See, I was just about to ask, and it's a very dangerous question because it's the worst. not even arguable. It is the worst genre. I was about to ask if like there were any crunkcore Christmas songs.
Crunkcore kids didn't celebrate Christmas, man.
Good.
Boxing
I'm
Day
so
only.
glad.
Yeah, they're Boxing Day fans.
You're talking about
They were British. Yeah, I mean,
I got a good one.
okay.
Okay, what's that? What's that?
Santa's Creepy Secret by Orgy.
Orgy made a
This
Christmas
guy's
song.
going down the '90s new metal hole.
I grew up on new metal. What are we gonna
I
do?
know, but did Mudvayne do one?
I hope
Probably.
so.
But in
What
this
about
one,
Goldfinger?
in this one, it's like they tell you that Santa's not real.
But he's got a boner. He's got a boner.
But why does? But Orgy was like kind of good.
I mean, they had to do all kinds of things to.
Yeah,
they had
Stay
that
around.
Good,
They
the
did a good
Depeche
Blue
Mode
Monday cover.
The
No, it
Blue
wasn't
Monday
Depeche
cover
Mode.
was good.
I can't.
It was
can't find that one on
it
here.
was a New Order cover, not the
Yeah.
Depeche Mode.
It's not the Pesh Mode. No one does a good cover of the Pesh Mode.
Yeah, that's true.
I love that band
Santa's
so much.
Secret. I can't find it on here. Weird. I'll have to keep looking for that one here. That's a good pull there. All right.
Oh
Let's
wait,
review this.
did we do the Wham one?
Mm.
Last Christmas by Wham.
Yeah, the worst song of all time.
I'm okay with that one.
I hate it, dude.
I'm okay with
We'll
that
put it
one.
on here.
I hate George Michael. I hate Wham. I can't.
Look, just
What is the what's the issue with George Michael? You're talking about like artist?
George
His voice,
Michael's a
it
bad
drives
man.
me insane.
Yeah, he tortured a man in a bathroom.
Now that is irrelevant. So this is all musical.
I didn't even. I was
okay,
totally
okay,
unaware
my
of the
bad, my
torturing
bad.
the man in the bathroom.
Let me make
I'm
it
bringing
clear.
up the guy's past. My bad.
Wake Me Up Before You Go is a crime.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. I understand.
And so now his voice is a crime to me. What he does outside of music is irrelevant to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he's not doing
But
much of
his
anything
voice,
these days.
oh my, oh yeah, I know he's dead.
Right.
He's a dead boy.
He did have a cool cross earring though.
Did
Right.
he? Well,
which was
at
the
least he's
style at the
that.
time.
Yeah, he had a cool guy earring.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But also, I remember, yeah, that Christmas song is really bad. I would also say that there is a really, really bad version of The Little Drummer Boy, and I'm trying to remember who did it.
I'm sure there's a lot of really bad versions of that song.
Yeah, but it's like a really popular one.
Oh no. That
Like an
sounds like
R&B
a
one.
Who was that? Who was that
I wanna
pop
say it was
punk band with
Usher.
the
Hold on.
fiddle?
King and Country. Pentatonics did one. I'm sure that one's.
Oh, I hate
fine.
them with my entire heart.
It sounds like a thing that Yellow Card would do.
Did you was Pentatonics one of the groups that was deemed okay by the church back in the day? Is that
I don't remember. I don't think so. They
Yeah.
weren't around back then.
were they not?
The Little Drummer Boy one that I hate the most. It is the Pentatonics version.
Is it okay? Cool. I'm putting it on here right now.
Look, if
in an
Yellow
acapella
Card
group,
has any
you can't
Christmas
use
songs, go ahead and put them
Melodyne,
shits
dude.
on there.
You think, Pio, do you have any Christmas songs?
I feel like everything they
I
did is a
hope
Christmas
so.
song. I feel like Welcome to Southtown counts.
Yeah.
Christian White Boy Dreadlocks.
Dude, I saw them live once and it was so funny.
You said it was really great because they couldn't stop cursing.
POD
couldn't
has a song
stop
called
swearing.
Christmas Lullaby.
Yeah, put it in there. I
Put it on
don't even need to hear it.
Blind ad. I don't even. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. I don't need to hear
Well,
it.
little Susie, she was only 12.
That was one of the first CDs I ever bought at the CD store.
Oh man, I missed the
POD?
CD store.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them
Before
with
that,
Linkin
before
Park.
that, I was just stealing CDs. So
Linkin
Good.
Park.
Yeah,
Hooba,
yeah, first one you actually
Hooba
get.
Stank.
Did
Hooba
Hooba Stank do a
Stank.
Christmas song?
Story of the Hooba Stank was sick
I'm
live, I'm
sure
not gonna
they
lie.
did. Story of the Year. We used to play a bunch of shows with those guys in Florida.
Oh wow.
Hayden just released a song with them last week.
That's so funny.
All right.
Story of the Year.
Yeah, Hooba Stank has a song called "Santa's Coming."
Oh, baby.
That's
what
probably
I'm talking
good.
about.
I'm a pro Hooba Stank guy.
You're gonna say keep it off.
I'm
the
gonna
list.
veto it.
And then
Well,
you know, I have a standing disagreement about the Christmas shoes, so I'm gonna leave it off the list.
Okay, no.
Oh.
No.
It can go on,
Okay.
but I like it.
Okay. Gotcha.
I think that's where I was trying to end up with that. Is like it's bad,
Okay.
but it is a cultural touchstone.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
So if you're looking for bad Christmas music, that should arguably be the first song you hear
Okay.
because it's important.
Yes.
Like it's
Like-
like the room of Christmas music.
Well, like Brandon brought up this interesting point recently. He was like, if I ever have a kid, I'm gonna start him with bad movies. Like I'm gonna show him Baby Geniuses and things like
That's
that.
a good movie.
So that way
like
he'll
Troll
appreciate
2.
the good things.
That's a good movie.
The problem with that is,
okay.
as a person with a tiny child, is that's what they're going to be throwing back at you for the first few years of their lives. So, if that's the route you want to go with, go for it. But if you want to hear, baby genius quotes for,
I know,
5 years straight.
Yeah. I'll say this. Like in my case, my daughter's favorite movie is Home Alone.
See, that's good.
Alone,
But the thing is, when you watch Home Alone, you got to watch Home Alone 2. Great movie, nonetheless.
Yeah.
But then you also have to watch Home Alone 3.
No, you don't.
Do you?
But what I'm saying is, once you get them down the path, they're gonna want she wants to watch.
Hey,
it
who
every
wears
time
the pants around here?
yeah, but you have a small child.
I've got a 6-year-old.
You have a son who's only a year younger than my daughter. Yeah.
I have a 6-year-old, and I do see that in the next year I will lose that right.
Right.
Oh boy.
I do see it, but I will also say they're pretty understanding of when something is bad. You can go, this isn't good, and they watch it once and go, oh. Agreed.
Or you just lie to them, I guess.
I don't know. But again,
there's only 2 Home Alone. There's only 2 Home Alones. I don't know.
Nah, they know how to use the internet now. They'll like hear about it at school.
Or honestly, she's good enough to be able to go through. They get the
remote one day, and it sucks.
I distinctly remember in first grade, I had a fellow student tell me that there were like 100 Fox and the Hounds. He said that there were like
probably.
Everybody you knew when you were a kid.
There is like 3 of them at least, I think.
He told me that there were 100.
There's like 2, maybe 3.
You should tell him there's 100 where the red fern grows.
There's about 100 Land Before Time movies.
That is
actually there
was
like
6 or 7.
I can tell you no, I think there's 14.
17.
Holy shit!
They were in the teens. Land Before Time.
I watched.
And only the first 2 are good.
I watched a video ranking all of them.
I wouldn't even call the first 2 good, man.
Yeah,
I only remember the first one.
It's a nightmare.
Not yet.
That movie is distressing.
Don't worry,
I'm distressing.
Yeah. I'm giving my son all the stressful movies that I grew up with.
Good.
My child was obsessed with Mary Poppins for like a hot minute.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And Chitty
Bang. Anything with Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Big Van Dyson.
He's got his idol.
Big Van Dyson. That's right.
Look, my kid became obsessed with The Neverending Story for a while. Which sounds great on the surface, but I watched that horse die so many times.
Yeah.
And then she wanted to reenact that scene.
Was the horse's name Atreyu, or was that the kid?
No, the
kid.
Artex was the name of the horse.
Artex, that's right.
And a friend of mine told me that in the book the horse could talk.
Oh wow!
So
why'd they cut that out?
What do you have to say about all this?
Yeah, so the whole time he's going under, the horse is like talking to him.
It's like, no, I'll see you next time.
Right. Right.
Dude.
I'll have to say, like, I never saw the third one, but I saw the trailer for the third one, and that was the first time I was ever like in my mind like, oh, that looks really terrible, and I need to see it. And I was like 5 or 6.
Which movie is that?
The third Land Before Time.
Okay,
yeah.
The
third,
I'm trying to remember the first time.
Isn't there
Kung Pao?
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a couple of them. I've only seen the first one though.
Yeah,
I've only seen the first one.
Many times, and it traumatized me as a child. Probably
it scared me to death.
I already made my son watch it, and he wasn't even 3 when he watched it.
Don Bluth, man, he really brought the heat. You know,
he's the boy.
We're gonna do a whole Don Bluth episode. I feel like we should do.
Good.
One time.
Yeah, Don Bluth also did.
You know what other movie that I scarred my son with probably is The Secret of Nim.
Oh man, that's so good,
another Don Bluth classic.
First of all, that's a great movie, but
it is horrifying. It's very dark though.
Yeah.
That and The Black Cauldron.
The Black Cauldron.
The Black Cauldron's more lighthearted than The Secret of Nim. There's not even like a peak of hope in The Secret of Nim or The Rescuers. My son loved The Rescuers.
Yeah.
What about?
I was like, oh, I used to love The Rescuers Down Under, and I watched it once and went, nope.
What about Fern Gully?
I love Fern Gully.
That's a pretty good one.
Day.
We had to leave the theater because my parents were like, "This is propaganda for the environment."
Cool.
To be fair, it is propaganda. It's just right.
It's good propaganda.
Yeah, it's just correct. But 100% that is a propaganda film, like 100%.
Yeah. It's like Captain Planet.
I also love that Avatar ripped off, either way you look at it, Pocahontas or Fern Gully.
or Dances with Wolves.
Well, if we just make the people blue, it's a totally different story.
It's a different story.
Yeah, it's blue.
They're blue and they're
Pocahontas.
8 feet tall. I mean, I don't understand why you're making a connection here.
Sigourney Weaver. The speaking of blue,
Do you think that the next Avatar is going to feature the Blue Man Group? And
I hope so.
And they're going to cover that song "I'm Blue." In the movie?
What color do you think their genitals are?
Blue for sure.
I always thought pink.
Just the balls maybe are pink, but not the rest.
Yeah.
So
It's a good
about
episode.
So anyway, this playlist we just put together.
So this playlist.
How about hold on? Let's recap it real quick. I'm going to run through it real fast so we can.
Don't recap that.
Don't recap the list. Just put it out there for the world.
No, I think you should.
Brandon rails against furries all day, and he's the one talking.
As of right now, this
blue
playlist
alien
is. I
stranglers.
didn't even add every single thing we brought up, and it's an hour and 19 minutes long. So
ain't it always?
It's great.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
It's called The Humble Show Ruins Christmas. I'm gonna put the link in the show description down below so everyone can have it.
Yeah.
On the pod players and also on the YouTube as well.
Wait, does Bo Daddy Harris?
Oh, dude, Bo
have
Daddy
any
Harris
Christmas
has
song?
to have
I'm sure he does.
Okay, hold on. Before we do this, because we've talked about it a little bit off show, but either Brandon or Lee or somebody tell us about Bo Daddy Harris and what
I'll be glad to.
Okay.
Bo Daddy Harris is a gentleman,
a legend.
Yeah, and a gentleman.
Yeah.
Who I believe either lives in Nashville or Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
And he is a singer, comedian, but not related to music. So his music isn't the joke, which is insane. And he is a singer, and he has a very unique style of singing. And he does this multiple times a day on Instagram. And he's always releasing music. And he also does stand-up, which is mostly him being completely unintelligible.
Also, he's in the tank building business, so you could call him Buff Daddy Harris if you want.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
He's a buff Magoo, and he sings covers of songs in. He always labels it in the style of Bo Daddy Harris. But he also has some original music that's fantastic.
Yeah,
boy!
So
you gotta watch some music videos though, because he didn't edit them very well, so the mouth never syncs up with the song. But he's singing.
While you were talking, I just added "White Christmas" by Bo Daddy Harris to the playlist.
Oh,
hell yeah, brother!
Oh man,
yeah,
wonderful.
So,
that's gonna top the list.
I think Brandon sent me a video that he did, or did you get like a cameo from him or something like that?
Yeah,
I did buy the artist Company.
Okay.
I did buy him a cameo.
Gotcha.
For his birthday.
Okay. See, that's.
And I got the wrong one. I ordered from the wrong.
Yeah, but
Bo Harris.
Didn't somebody get you one?
Yeah. I got you one.
Brandon got me one for my birthday.
Got you.
That's right.
See, and Brandon played. That's
unhinged.
the first time. No, Brandon sent it to me, and it is unhinged. And I watched it, and I was like, oh, he's trying to sing like the Crash Test Dummies guy.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think he's. I don't think he knows who that is.
Oh no!
You think like I'm giving him too much credit? Is what you're
I don't
saying?
think that he knows what Canada is.
No, because if you watch him religiously, he talks about when he's covering songs. He go, I don't know what this is.
Yeah, he's like
doesn't
never
know
heard
any
of
of the
any
songs he's
song
singing.
ever.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And like you want to think that he's joking.
And he doesn't know like how music works at all.
It's incredible.
Like the keys that he makes up, or the one note wonders that he does.
Yeah.
Like,
Most of the song is
I don't know how he does
ramping up into a note. Most of the song is him not actually hitting any notes.
Yeah, it's just like one.
I can't like it's when you do a slide whistle but you haven't landed on a note yet.
And you just still going up and up and up.
That's him. It's like a car revving slowly and letting off the gas.
And it's loud. You can tell it's just real loud.
Oh yeah, he's got like a truck for a chest.
He is literal cosmic gumbo.
It's cosmic gumbo.
It's really something.
Beat of jazz. I feel like Bo Daddy Harris might actually be the king
Santa?
of Christmas.
Yeah,
You think he's Santa?
he might be the king. He may be. He may be.
I mean, if he gave a good ho ho ho,
Yeah.
ho ho
That
Robbie
sounded
can hear
perfect.
it. Robbie hears it.
You've been
Yeah,
watching a
that's
lot
it.
of his stuff because that sounded perfect.
That sounds real good.
He's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, look. All right. Well,
Robbie and I went to Orlando a couple months back. I was playing a show, and Robbie and I went to Universal and had a bunch of fun. But the morning when we woke up, Robbie played probably 50 or 60.
Well, Instagram just kept feeding me this guy over and over, and I was like, dude, you gotta get into this guy. And then I just went down the list.
Down the rabbit hole of his original music, which like
That's a whole nother beast.
that's like a different.
He's
I would
got
love
us.
to do a whole episode.
He does have a guy that he collabs with. It is also good.
Well, I have a thought
I'm
about
pretty
that.
sure that guy like works at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
We can. I have a thought about that. We can revisit that after we wrap up here because Brandon and I had some other conversation about something coming up soon, but we can get into here. But I do want to know before we close this thing out. I mean, tell us about the X-Blade collab.
So, it is a tribute to Bo Daddy Harris.
Yeah.
And it's illegal. No,
it is the first.
Rob and I have been making music. Oh yeah, okay. Are you leading me here?
Yeah,
I could go straight into the lead here.
Okay, I mean, like you can save it for the end.
We're the first ever Christian hardcore dance music act.
Yeah.
And we're here to bring the love of Christ to all these fancy bitches.
Yeah.
We have working on our Christmas album, but I don't know if it's gonna be done in time for Christmas.
Well, we'll just have to release it like in the middle of the summer.
Release it during
Christmas in July.
There we go.
Canadian Christmas in March.
Christmas in March.
Yeah,
it's huge in Canada.
When is Australian
huge, yeah.
Christmas? I feel like that's a different time.
Oh,
I feel
that's
like Australian
every
Christmas is literally in the middle of the summer.
That's every third leap year.
So as
it's
someone
mid-February, mid-December.
As someone who has
February.
been there, it's a strange occurrence.
Is there summertime? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
It's right smack dab in the middle.
Mm-hmm. That's what it is. It's the same time of year, but it's summertime for them, so it doesn't. Really...
Correct. Yeah. It's
Okay.
just flipped.
Yeah.
And it's really weird to see Christmas decorations, and it's like the hottest time of the year.
Yeah, yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, X-Blade is it's me and Robbie's project. We've been friends for a billion years, and we were roommates and collaborators and all these things, and we wanted to do something together for a super long time. And we have the wherewithal to like not really need any help to do it anymore. So we can just do whatever we want, which is pretty good.
We're just making a bunch of fucked up noises that go real fast, basically.
Yeah.
Fast and loud and aggressive generally.
So how's it going to sound live?
Up.
Real loud.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to be turning it up pretty much all the way when we play.
Yeah, it's going to be
Like
really
this.
funny. Basically, we're going to have a lot of Red Bulls on deck.
Mhm.
And it's just going to go about as fast as we can go. Yeah.
We want you to have heart palpitations.
We want you to have problems.
You're gonna feel like you need to go sit down and drink a little bit of water for a little bit.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean,
Maybe come back
that's when
after
we
the
dip
set.
That's when we dip the fried chicken into the mayonnaise and start eating it during the set.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if it gets greasy, we're gonna be slipping all over the place up there.
You're gonna get the meat sweats without eating any meat.
Basically, when we make the
that's
music,
a shame because I'm gonna eat meat during the set.
basically the way
You're
the
gonna be
music has
wet.
been made has been me like I'll do something, and then Robbie will go like, "Can you like f it up more?" And then I'll be like, "Okay," and then Robbie will be sending me all these sounds. Like Robbie will be over there working while I'm working, so like we'll be streaming to each other, and like I'll make some insane kick drum at like 200 BPM, and then Robbie's sending me sounds that are just called like sproink. And then like I'm just putting those in on top of these insane kick drums. And it's we're distorting them so much that I literally can't even use a kick drum to make them anymore. And I'm just using a straight synthesizer for kick drums because they're no longer kick drums.
You're using the knowledge of the ancient ones.
I'm using the knowledge of the Dutch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm using the knowledge of the Dutch from 1993.
Yeah.
So literally just like
the ancient ones.
Dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ancient meth heads, yeah.
Of course.
It's
what
good.
else? What else? Yeah. What other knowledge would you have? I mean, geez.
Look, man, they're tapped into the life force They're tapped in with Christmas shoes.
They're on a different vibration level. They know, all about.
They have chakras to spare.
Yeah.
I don't think they know what a chakra is.
Good. Neither do I.
Yeah.
Well, they know on some level. They just don't know what it's called, right?
I think that it's their grinding of their teeth makes a powder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that powder has gone into the world and
yeah, once you sniff that into your nose, it goes right in the brain.
If you sniff their grounded tooth powder, you become imbued with, well, you're gonna have access to the strength.
Yeah,
to the strength
to create these sounds.
I love
so
that.
you say this, and this is the horrifying thing. You know how like leaded fuel was legal until the mid-70s?
Yeah.
Well, that got into people's systems, and that messed people up throughout the 80s. But it was also stored in their bones.
You know what's really cool?
Huh?
It's crazy that it's very legal to donate mass amounts of money to political candidates right now.
That is true. That is true. But here's the thing: now bones are degrading, and the lead is going back into the system, and that's why things are going like they are
these days. Yeah, that's true. That's the circle.
So the answer then is to kill everyone over 63.
Maybe.
And you know what? I said it earlier today, and I stand by it. When the world turned its back on Brendan Fraser, that's where it all really
I think so.
I mean, I think when you look at the timeline, sounds about right. Yeah.
We gotta get the Mummy.
They
should have been at least 3 more Mummy movies.
We got to get the Mummy back. Where's Emotep?
All right, we're gonna make this. Listen, we're gonna start a letter writing campaign, right? Gonna get the Mummy back. We're not gonna have Tom Cruise involved this time.
I need the Mummy back.
I think it'll be fine.
The Rock can tag along if he wants, but if he can't make it, that's fine.
Yeah.
I only want the CGI version of The Rock from the Scorpion King. The real The Rock Johnson cannot be involved.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
He'll drive up the price of the movie. He'll make it awful.
He'll be late every day.
And he'll be mean to Vin Diesel. He's out.
See, what we're going to do is we're going to take his head and put it on a king cobra.
Yeah.
Ponytail.
But
the cobra has to have pecs. And sometimes
and a crown. That's how you know he's a king cobra.
Yeah.
All right, we've got it figured out, everybody. We figured out. We cracked the whole code. Look for that.
No, that was
Nick
Cage.
Of next
that was a
year.
movie.
Call me later, Brendan Fraser.
Well, listen, I think that's all we got here. Y'all be on the lookout for X-Blade. That's going to be a rad time. Make sure you've hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and leave us a like and a comment. And follow us on all those socials, and also follow Descender and Must Die out there as well. We'll be back here for another visit next week here on The Humble Show. But until then, stay humble.